Well, good morning again, and welcome to our next Advent thought for today, coming from Tim Chester's book, The One True Story. In this book, he challenges us that over this Christmas period, that we would only speak positive comments to those who we interact with. That's quite a challenge. He calls it the Ephesians 4 challenge. For this reason, Ephesians 4:29 says, "Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear." And so the challenge is, as we are about to speak to someone, we ask the question, is what I'm about to say going to build this person up? And is it going to be helpful to them? Each of us need to challenge ourselves with that this Christmas time. Well, Israel had a problem too with grumbling and complaining. And in Exodus 17, we hear about one series of incidents where that grumbling continues. God had rescued them, you remember, from Egypt. He'd brought them across the Red Sea and finished off the Egyptian army there and protected them. And he brought them out into the desert and brought them into freedom. And 3 days after being rescued from the Red Sea, they're complaining to Moses about having no water. And this just reminds us of how human beings tend to forget so easily the blessings that we're given. Within 3 days, they began to complain. I must confess that it very often takes me much less time than 3 days to go from being on a mountaintop to being in a valley, and to being positive and giving praise, to very soon, often within hours, we're complaining and we find something to gain fault with. In any case, God gives them water, and a few days later they're complaining again, and this time he gives them bread or manna. And what happened then? Of course, they go right back to complaining all over again. And this time God convenes a court, if you like. The elders of the people are on one side, and God is on the other. And Moses there is in the middle, acting as judge, if you like. God is on trial, I suppose, and so we are asked to wonder what will be the outcome of this trial. God, don't forget, has rescued them from Egypt. He's brought them water, he's brought them food now, and he's given them protection. And the people on the other side have only complained. And surely it's a foregone conclusion. God will be vindicated and the people are guilty. And there in Exodus 17 and verse 6, God calls on Moses to strike the rock. There's the rock. He shall strike the rock, and water shall come out, and the people will drink. And this judgment, therefore, falls on God and not on the people. As Moses stands there with that staff high in the air, I'm sure the people wondered, what's going to be the verdict? What is Moses going to conclude? Is it the people who get struck, or is it God? And God tells him to strike the rock. The water flows out of the rock, and the people are saved once again, and they're not punished. And back over in the New Testament, in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4, Paul says that Christ was that rock. It turns out that this whole event has been arranged in order to be an object lesson, to be theatre, if you like, and to demonstrate God's plan of redemption. It is to illustrate Christ, Jesus, being punished instead of the people. The innocent has been judged in place of the wicked. turns out this Christmas time, this baby of the manger will come to be the true rock to take the punishment that we deserve. And as a result, blessing flows to the people of God from God himself. And so there will be moments this Christmas when we want to grumble, when we don't get things our own way, and in those moments we are encouraged this morning to remember Christ the rock, to be thankful for the blessings that flow in our direction because Christ came and took our place and took punishment away from us. Let's be grateful this morning and over this Christmas period to a gracious God who deals graciously with us. Thanks for listening.